It's how are you receiving now? Because there's levels of communication that we can get. The third and fourth dimensional planes have collapsed. And they did it with a supermoon. We were having this experience. It's truly remarkable where we are right now. And the sleepers and the people that are non-awakened will probably make transition off this earthly plane. And you will probably see a mass exodus off.
Mm-hmm.
So that they can come back into a more enlightened experience. We have kids that are here on this earthly plane that are very high level, very awakened, but they don't understand this dense energy. They just say, "Oh, well, I'm not going to participate. I don't want to deal with this at all." But it's being broadcast now. Listen. You can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an incredible message. And it's at a soul level that the message is being broadcast. I'm getting into my experience. Because we've leveled up. Whether you're aware of it or not. And so it's like, where do you want to play at? Where do you want to put your energy at? I just choose to keep doing what I'm here, I'm going to walk this path, and whoever's supposed to show up is going to show up in my world. And they're pretty incredible.
So thanks for taking the red pill.
Absolutely. It was a good one, too.
It was a good one.
It was a good one.
To get out of the matrix.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But to your point about male and female energy, I mean, you look at the flower of life, it represents, and you take the border away and it becomes the true flower of life. Now, circular or curved lines represents feminine energy.
Right.
Straight lines represent male energy. So if you connect all the dots with, or the center points within that flower of life, it becomes Metatron's cube. So it's the perfect blend of female and male energy. But right now, the Shannon's point, the only reason I brought that up, the Shannon's point is the Earth is heavily weighted in male energy.
Absolutely.
So because of this shift,
because of the straight lines of the ley lines and the, what do they call it? Oh, look, what is that called? Latitude and longitude lines.
Yes.
Those have dropped.
yes,
They dropped those.
yes,
So that we can have the perfect circle.
yes. And so we're shifting more into feminine, which is going to create a better balance and help with our evolution.
Absolutely. And they were telling me all this last night. It was like, okay. But there was all of us. There was a lot of people that were there. There was a lot of souls in this space. That was this whole broadcast, and they were talking about how they had dropped the ley lines, and they're bringing in this energy because the earth, that's why we always call Mother Earth,
Mm-hmm.
holds that feminine energy, that divine. But when we go into the is and we balance it out,
Mm-hmm.
it is creation. It is creation. You are creation because you are creating
Yes.
every moment. Your soul is creating every moment for the one, for the mass, the unity of everything.
And I was going to say, if you really want to level up, ignore the law of attraction because that's based on the physical.
Right.
Do the law of creation. If you truly understand creation, that's how you level up and truly tap into that God aspect to have anything you want in this life.
I always look at anything that says law. If you turn it around backwards, it says wall. And that's why, if you know me, my thing, I don't have no rules. Just
Exactly. Break it.
whatever you need to do to have your experience, it's okay. Let it happen.
Well, I'm more of a ritual guy than a law guy anyway.
That's okay.
And rituals backwards is look here. Not that. If it means anything, you just did law backwards. I just figured I'd go ritual backwards.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Awesome sauce.
Anybody else have a question?
Can I, this is really weird, but I was just looking at the flower of life, which is, on my palette, and I never really noticed it before, but this is the nurse coming on me. It's a womb inside each one. It's the
Yes, it
of a
is.
female woman.
Yes, it is.
As a matter of fact, inside of that is the egg of life, which are the first 4 chromosomes that is the exact model that happens in our conception.
Cool. Good shirt.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not getting how that's a womb.
No, the triangle, the fallopian tubes coming down to the cervix. Whatever. Inside each one, there's
Okay.
dozens of them.
Right.
Not just one. There's a lot. Feminine.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I was thinking that now that you mentioned that when Donald Trump did that, I was after the election I was like feeling very good. Like I was like, why do I feel so good? It's like like it was like illogic to me, no? Like I feel so good even if he wins. Like you shouldn't feel bad because like the general opinion of like most of the people I know were like, he's like bad. And I was feeling like awesome, no? But now it has sense, like, because something greater come because of that crack.
Right. And it doesn't, even if he is a dark being, he's still playing his role. He's
Yeah.
doing what he's supposed to do. I don't know how else to describe it. Because I don't want to get caught in,
Duality.
well, good versus evil. Because in my world, everything is God. And for some reason, we need to have this experience. It's showing up for us to master something that is so much greater. And that's the part that we have to look. It's like, wow, look at this opportunity in my spiritual experience that I can become more of a sovereign being and elevate myself. I can either get into turmoil and roll on the ground, because he wasn't my pig, but evidently it was the mass consciousness pig, because it happened.
But he's not president yet.
Yet. That's why I tell people, that's what I tell people, don't, just hang on. Consciousness changes. Reality changes. If you just stay focused, have faith in a
No,
greater
yeah.
space.
Add to that, I feel that right now, the Creator, Universe, God is showing us faith, showing us trust. Regardless of what it may look like, He's asking to have faith, to bring that trust that it's all going to be all right.
It's going to be. That's always why there's a white spot in bird poop. Because even in darkness, there is still light in there. It is. It's an extraordinary thing. And as we move in everyday life, we take for granted for a lot of things. And we talked about that too. When you go over to a third world country, you go over to a place where there is great poverty. And there's children begging, Senor, honey, or, women are on the side speaking and calling you for money or for prostitution or things just to make money, to survive, because that's where they are. And then we come back over here into America and we're like, wow. People are trying to get in here into America. And then to hear somebody say to make America great again, America has never not been great. people come here because they see the opportunity. They are so much in gratitude, and we have opportunities here that a lot of people don't have. You don't. I've been in some very, very third world countries that war-torn countries that have been just ripped to shreds. And you know, they always have their faith. I've been with some indigenous shamans and indigenous tribes that think we are the poorest people. The poorest. Because we don't have faith. We don't have our spirituality. We don't have that connection to earth. We're greedy. And I have to acknowledge it. I'm, you know, and I live day to day of being in that space. And that's why I'm grateful for every time I sit down to be able to eat something in front of me. I am very grateful for that. I'm grateful for having shoes on my feet. A lot of people, they don't have it. Coat. I'm grateful. And I just have faith. And even if I don't have it, I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna be okay. Because I know whether I'm in this physical form or not in this physical form, I'm gonna be okay. But the one thing that people are most afraid, they'll say, oh, I'm not afraid of dying. But are you afraid of living? People are afraid of living. Contemplate that one. Because you're so afraid of everything. You live in fear of everything. Fear I'm not going to have enough money. Fear that somebody's going to rob me. Fear that somebody's going to, oh, you know what? Whatever. It's going to happen. Start living. That's why I always say, yeah, you want to go? Yeah. I don't know what that's going to look like, but hey, let's do it. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but I say yes. Come on, let's go. I did, and I'm okay with it. I just say yes. Somehow the money always is there.
Mm-hmm.
It is. If I'm supposed to go, I've been to Hawaii. I've been all over the place. I swam 14 days with the dolphins. I didn't pay nothing. Spirit said, you're going to Hawaii. I've been all over the place. Spirit always makes a way for it to happen. I don't.
Called faith.
Oh, is that what it's called? Vehicles needed a ride, needed a transportation. Oh, Shannon, here, I have this vehicle that's here. You can have it. Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. I just know when Spirit says, okay, you gotta go, and I'm feeling the calling for the mountains. And I'm like, okay guys,
Which one?
are we talking about like cold mountains or like tropical island mountains? I'm like, cold. I'm like, why? Why cold? Why can't we go tropical island? chemical sound. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Anything that I know I get to talking and gabbing and going, experiencing things in a different.
And I feel like my emotions are like going up and down. Like
Well,
at some points, like we were later, I was like extremely happy, like I don't know, extremely happy, like flowing. And then I started feeling like these fears, like with no reason. I was like in my case, it's like fear like of losing people, like
losing people. Yeah.
It's like yeah.
But
it's
see, that's where we have the fear of death, and that if somebody dies, that they're gone forever, and they will never. In my world, some of them I wish they would go. I mean, because you understand, when you get rid of the concept of duality, that you can't see within this world or that world, you lose that fear. And that's faith, knowing. And I always tell people when I work with them, if you make a heart connection with somebody on this side, open your heart up in love and have connections with them, you'll have that same connection when they make transition. And you'll feel them, you'll experience them, you'll everything. I don't care if it's a human or animal. You'll still have that connection. It can't be broken. Because you get out of the space that we're not one, that we're separate from one another. And you just may reestablish that. We're all one, whether we're in physical body or in spirit world. We're all one. Our people, our soul families, most of them are on the other side. But at a soul level, we know they're there. We know they're there. They work with us all the time. And that's the blue pill. That's the blue pill. That's when you get the blue pill stuff. Okay. But it's true. Christ, Buddha, all of the masters talked about it. All of the masters talked about letting go of the duality.
Mm-hmm.
Even the gurus and the sages and all of them become.
I don't know how it like, because it's, I don't know if it's mine, like you think things, no? You think like good and bad. So like I say, well, I'm gonna stop thinking and just like being. But I still think, so it's like I don't know how to get totally rid of thoughts and embrace the fate. Because the thoughts are there and it's like, well, I don't want them because they're like messing up my mind and emotions.
Why? So let me share something. If we work together, we would sit in spirit together with that, because that is what you fear the greatest, and that's what keeps showing up. And when you can sit with your fear and let it show up, and you can hear what your fear is, and you start loving your fear, what happens? It falls away. Because you've created a thought process that fear is going to hurt you. That is going to hurt you. And if you sit with that fear, sit with it. Say, hey, come and sit in front of me. Let me look at you. That's what Christ did. When he went for 40 days into the wilderness, Buddha, when he sat under the tree for 40 days, all of his fears come up into his face.